everybody. Robert Hurd, General Manager at Porsche Center Kelowna. Welcome back to another edition of Inside the Dream, where we sit down and speak with people with a passion for Porsche. Today I have Jason Woodworth, Fixed Operations Manager here at Porsche Center Kelowna. Thanks for joining me today, Jason. I'm super excited to have you on Inside the Dreams and chat a little bit about your time here and your experience so far with Porsche. I like to start every episode with the question, what is your first memory of Porsche?
First memory of Porsche. The most recent one that I can think of other than when I was a kid was probably actually when I was working at another dealership in town at the Audi dealership. And at the time there was an older 911 that had came in. It was a turbo. I want to say it was a 993 turbo. Really beautiful car, actually convertible. Really, really nice car. And it just caught me off guard. It's not something I had seen before. And it really kind of gave me that motivation to kind of learn more about those types of cars because I didn't really have much experience at the time.
Yeah, they're amazing, especially as a younger guy looking at those cars, especially a turbo is going to kind of blow your mind a bit. For sure.
Yeah, it was really, really cool to see.
So you've had an interesting kind of journey through the automotive world, if you will. I know you didn't start at dealerships, but what was your kind of first entry into the automotive space? What did that look like for you?
So started just kind of tinkering, and then I had the kind of push to try and do it as a career. So I actually went to college for collision repair in Kelowna, where I went there, learned how to do painting, welding, bodywork, all that sort of stuff. And more so just to kind of learn for myself and see where it would take me. And then started in doing automotive painting, repair, got into restoration, started restoring some 50s cars for a few years, gained some really good experience with that, and then just kind of pushed to something more steady in the dealership world and more into the mechanical side of things.
And was your first stop the Audi dealership here in Kelowna?
For automotive dealerships, yeah.
It was, yeah. And how long were you with Audi?
I would have been there just about 5 years.
5 years?
Yeah.
And you joined me and Evan here in 2018?
Yep. It was about 8 months after the store opened.
It's been quite the journey here for you just in Porsche Center Kelowna alone. You came in as our parts advisor, which is kind of an all-inclusive role at this dealership specifically. Have moved your way up, and now obviously from service manager to fixed operations manager, where you run everything top to bottom. So you've really been part of the growth of this dealership and this team since day one.
Yeah, it's been a great experience. I've learned a lot about business side of things. Where before I was more into the mechanical and, just kind of keeping my hands in doing stuff with parts and, seeing the guys in the shop, learning as much as I could. The last few years, working with you and Evan, being part of the, the sales side a little bit more, learning the flow of how that goes and the business side, it has been great. Yeah. It's been a really good experience.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of growth. We've actually last year in 2023, for the year 2023, we actually won the Premier Dealer for Porsche Canada, top 4 dealerships in Canada get it. We were able to get the number 1 spot. So seeing where the dealerships come from, being a really small boutique dealership, kind of trying to just keep the doors open, to now really being a full-fledged dealership that we've been able to really provide a high-level experience for all of our guests. And you being part of that's been fantastic.
Yeah, it's been a great kind of experience. I feel like we've accomplished a lot, like you said, coming from, opening the store back in 2017, and seeing how much we've grown as, a business, but the staff and, how we've worked together has been great.
I touched on it a little bit when I sat down with Evan. The three of us certainly have had some pretty incredible experiences outside of the dealership that we've been fortunate enough to be, I guess, invited on through Porsche Canada, whether it be training or, rewards for winning different incentivized contests and that sort of thing. If you had to pick one, what would be the most memorable experience that you've had so far? And I guess just tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's tough to pick one. I've been fortunate enough to go on a couple trips, some with Evan, some with yourself. I still think seeing the stuff in Germany and Seattle, where it's from, was such a cool experience to see where everything starts.
Not our Portugal trips?
Porsche trip was great, but it was more about the luxury and lifestyle and, and sustainability.
Yep.
Right? So that was a total different experience. But if we're talking Porsche, I think going to the factories, seeing where these cars are built and where they came from, seeing the factory that they started back when Porsche first came.
Yeah.
It's still there.
Yep.
And then talking about the history about how, they used to build Recaro seats in the same factory, and that how that transitioned into now they're not just doing seats and panels. Now they're building the cars in this factory, and they've sustained the same building.
Yeah.
So to see that is like, you can't beat that.
It was, we actually spoke a little bit about it, Evan and I didn't mention it with him, but one of my fondest memories from the factory experience was walking past the lunchroom, and I had to take a double take because their lunchroom had a beer vending machine where you could have 2 beer a day at lunchtime.
Yeah.
Not the same here in North America.
No. And we actually got to sit with the staff and the factory workers.
Oh, really?
And it is phenomenal. I mean, they really take care of people over there. Not that we don't here, but it's a different experience.
Yep.
It's such a massive kind of facility. And to see how everyone kind of convenes in the same lunchroom is really, really cool. It's
so if you had to pick, I guess, what was the most memorable part of that trip? There's going to be the factory in Leipzig, there's the museum there, some Autobahn, the track stuff, the factory in Leipzig, which is certainly a lot different.
Yeah.
If you had to pick one element of that experience, what would be your number one element, and why?
I think the museum tour really sticks out, just to see the full history of where everything came from and where they've gone to, and obviously seeing the motorsport stuff.
Yep.
All the past race cars from all the way back to the start. There was the old aluminum, like, single-seater. I can't think of the name of it right now, but to see that, and then to come, the rally cars and the Dakar.
Yep.
The Cayenne, the off-road Cayenne they had there was wicked. Super cool.
Well, so to just kind of jump off of that, off-road Cayenne. So you and Evan are working on a project. You guys have a 2009 Cayenne that you guys are have kind of stripped down and rebuilt from the ground up. So I guess I won't steal much of that. You tell me a little bit about that so far, kind of where you guys are at and where you guys come from.
Yeah, so really cool opportunity, with picking up the 2009 Cayenne S. So it's got the V8. Really, really cool vehicle. Came in on trade, obviously. Really clean car. And, with what we had seen in Germany, with what they had at the museum, and then at one of the after-sales conferences with the competitions they have over in Europe, and for the restoration, and then now pushing into the off-road kind of sector. So we have managed to get some good partnerships with that. We've lifted the vehicle 3 inches. We've got 33-inch tires on there, which is awesome. And then we've partnered with some local businesses to get the vehicle wrapped. So it's got full satin paint protection on it. So it's matte black, which looks wicked.
Yeah, you guys got the bodywork supported as well from a local company that we
got bodywork as well. And then it's out right now getting some custom bumpers built.
Okay. So, and you guys plan on taking that to just some different events throughout the summertime? What are your thoughts on kind of how you're going to kind of expose that to the public?
Yeah, so first event we have is actually coming up. It's on Father's Day. So there's Father's Day car show down at City Park in Kelowna, where there is a tent with the body shop.
And what is that car show for the viewers?
So it's, I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head, but it used to be Boyd put it on. I think now it actually might be CSN Group.
Okay.
So I'd have to check, but we can get that information for you. So it's a big car show down in City Park. They take over the whole park area. There's vendors, there's food trucks, lots of really good community people out there, and some really nice cars.
For more details on that car show, guys, please just go look for a link in our bio, and you'll be able to get some more details on that car show. One of the things that I've loved, and I've really kind of resisted your and Evan's doing of the Cayenne, a lot of it just for fun. But it's seeing the team come together. You guys have done a lot of work, a lot of collaboration behind the scenes, after hours with the guys.
Yeah.
Been pretty much a full team effort in the back there, and it's been pretty cool, pretty memorable to watch you guys dive into that.
I think it's it's kind of something we were hoping for. I mean, obviously me and Evan went in it with a plan on what we wanted to do, but once people started to hear about it, I think a lot of people kind of wanted to be a part of it, and it's been a great time. Hanging out Friday evenings, having some pizza, and then just wrenching on the car. And every time we're back there, 1 or 2 more people pop in, see what we're doing, and now there's sometimes 4 or 5 people hanging out for the evening. So yeah, really excited to see where it goes and what the rest of the year looks like with the.
Yeah, it's been fun to watch, as even though I've kind of given you guys a hard time along the way, but it's been incredible and very fun to watch. Just kind of wrapping up, I spoke to Evan about it as well. You are both, you specifically are a staple of this dealership. You've been with me, supported me, and allowed me and this dealership to do some amazing things. What's your proudest moment that you've had so far? And that could be personally, it can be team wise, whatever it is. What so far to date, what is your most proud moment?
Yeah, I think, it's cheesy to say, but I think kind of where we got last year with, with the awards that we won with Premier Dealer, with, what Evan accomplished on his side and, winning the sales competition. Our side was winning the after sales competition. And I think just that the fact that we were all here kind of from the beginning with you and where we got, we've always said that we wanted to accomplish those things.
Yep.
And to finally have that come through I think is great. And it's a team.
And that's it. It takes every single person in this dealership specifically to win Premier Dealer.
Yeah.
The individual awards, the PACE award that your fixed operations department won, and the sales manager award that Evan won. So, that takes everybody within those departments to win that. But it's definitely one of the most proud things that I've seen as well. I've gotten a lot of praise for the Premier Dealer. I say that I barely did anything. It was all you guys and your teams. So
yeah, and I appreciate that you supported us to get to where we are, because without you here to lead us, I mean, we wouldn't have anyone to.
I appreciate it. Well, thanks for joining me. Today was fun to sit down and chat, and I really appreciate it. So thanks everybody for joining us on Inside the Dreams. We really appreciate it. Have a fantastic day, and make sure to tune in and share if you like today's content. Thanks so much.